and welcome to this Warhammer 40k battle report with me, Mark, from the Xenovids channel. And today I have for you a 1500 point battle between Craftworlds Eldar and Grey Knights. This will be the first time using the latest edition of Grey Knights Codex on the channel, so bear with us. And it's the first Craftworlds Eldar battle report of the channel as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how many rules we get wrong, really. So let's take a look at the board, the mission, deployment type, and both of the armies. So today is a grass world board, really, with ruined buildings. The hints of the Imperium being here. And the Eldar, possibly, with this Stargate. So a ruined settlement, and for some reason the Grey Knights and the Eldar just don't like each other, so they're going to have a battle. Preparing for battle. So, I'm going to roll a d6 on the Eternal War mission, the old-fashioned missions from 6th edition. And number 3? Okay, so number 3 is the Scouring. So, random deployments, yada yada yada. Objectives. There's 6 objective markers. They are marked 4, 3, 2, and 1s, so various different points. So a huge objective-based mission for this 1500 point game. So, going to roll for deployment 6. Lovely, lovely Vanguard Strike. We always seem to get this on the channel, Vanguard Strike. Okay, so on the table, objectives are here, 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 and here. So quite a symmetrical layout, even though the board will be in a diagonal fashion. Next to them is a piece of paper, and hidden in that paper is the numerical value of each objective, which won't be opened until a unit has captured it. So let's take a look at the roll-offs to see who gets to deploy first. So, Eldar. Rolls a 5. What do the Grey Knights do? They roll a 2. The crafty Eldar will deploy first. Okay, so Eldar are all deployed in this 1500 points of Eldar. Quite a few tanks, a couple of troops, but some are hiding in Wave Serpents. And of course, Lord of War, just there, the Wraith Knight. So for this 1500 point army, I made a Farseer. He's on a jet bike, but it's called a Skyrunner in the new edition. With him is a squad of Wind Riders, minimum squad. Tactics for them, kind of jump around if I need to, have them as extra wounds, or have the Wind Riders steal objectives towards the end. In my elite section, I have a unit of Wraith Guard in a Wave Serpent. I have a unit of Howling Banshees in a Wave Serpent. I've also, in my troops, got Die Avengers in a Wave Serpent. Now, the Howling Banshees and Die Avengers are the minimum of 5-man squads. I've got 2 Guardian Defenders, one with a both with Bright Lances, and a Warlock Leader. As I'm against Grey Knights, I've added a lot of Psychers in this. I've got a Fire Prism for my heavy support there in the corner, and the Lord of War is the Wraith Knight, equipped with its 2 heavy Wraith Cannons to try out some D weapons. Nothing coming in from reserve, but Wave Serpents and Wraith Knight, 1500 points of goodness. So just a quick recap of where I've deployed. Die Avengers are right next to that one, objective-wise, and the Guardians have that objective, so we'll be seeing in turn 1 what they have. Okay, so for Grey Knights, I have deployed these units. I have a Dread Knight, I have a Razorback with a Strike Squad in it, and I've got these 2 coming in from reserve using the special Grey Knights rule that you've got these 2 units in reserve. With these rules, they can deep strike turn 1. So I've put them on the board so you can see them, the finished products. I've been working really hard on painting them up. Have a look there. I've got the bases from tinyworlds.com. So that is Draigo there with a unit of paladins, and Apothecary in the back, just there. I've got a librarian just here, and he is Psycho Mastery level 3 in this unit right here of Terminators. So a unit of Terminators with a Mastery level 3 librarian, Draigo in a unit of Paladins with an Apothecary, Dread Knight there, hiding at the back. He's got a teleporter, so he can do a 30-inch shunt move if he likes. Strike Squad, who aren't painted yet, in a Razorback with twin link las cannons. So those 3 will be on the board. I'll pop these in reserve. And I think it's about time I did some psychic powers. Okay, various scatterings of paper and cards there. In total, I've just worked it out there. Eldar have 5 psychic powers. Well, 5 warp generated thingy-mabobbies. And the Grey Knights have 9. So I'm going to roll for the 2 Warlocks and the Farseer. Warlock number 1, Runes of Battle, gets a 3. Warlock number 2, Runes of Battle, gets a 1. And Farseer, Runes of Fate, 5, 6, 3. So what does this mean? Warlock number 1 comes with Guide, Conceal, Reveal even. So it's a blessing that gives them Shrouded or can take Stealth and Shrouded off an enemy. Rolled for Enhance and Drain. Enhance is a blessing, targets the Psyker. Whilst the power is in effect, the Psyker and his unit receive +1 to their weapon skill and initiative. Malediction, -1 to their weapon skill and initiative. The Drain one would be helpful. The other Warlock, again, got Conceal Reveal, standard, and then has Destructor Renewer, a Flamer template with Soul Blaze, or Renewer, tags a single friendly unit within 18 inches. I choose the model, and regains a wound lost from earlier. So it could be helpful. The Farseer gets Guide, the Will of Azurian, which gives Psycho and all friendly units within 12 inches have Fearless and Adamantium Will. Mind War, which will be quite interesting against characters, and Runes of Fate, Eldritch Storm. The big templates. Okay, for the Grey Knights, some of them have certain things like Hammer Hand and stuff like that. Just so we know, Draigo comes with Gate of Infinity, Hammer Hand, Purge Soul. Banishment's not going to do anything. Force weapons are going to be used, and I've got 3 dice here ready for Divination. I'm going to give Divination a go for the Psyker. Leave a comment in the comment section below which psychic powers should I use for a Mastery level 3 Grey Knights Librarian. 1, 5 and 5, reroll one of those. No, reroll one of those. That's a 3. It means I come standard with Prescience, Foreboding, Perfect Timing, and Misfortune. So, let's take a look at the Warlord traits. The Farseer is the Warlord, so rolling on the Eldar Warlord traits, getting a 3. The Warlord on his unit adds 3 into the dice roll when determining how far they run. I will re-roll that. Getting a 3. It was meant to be. Just so we know, I've got 3 aspects. Have I got 3 aspects? Have I got 3 aspects? I don't have 3 aspects. I've only got Banshees and Die Avengers. 1 short of doing the formation, which would allow me to +1 weapon skill and ballistic skill. That is going to hurt, I think. Let's take a look at the Grey Knights Warlord trait. Draigo's Warlord trait is Demon Slayer. The Warlord has hatred towards demons. In addition, if manifest banishment spell, yada yada, not going to take any effect. At the moment, Eldar are going to go first. Can the Grey Knights steal the initiative? On a 3, they cannot. Let's see how much damage the Eldar can do in Eldar. Turn 1. Almost forgot. Is it night fighting? No. So we have the Eldar movement. Everything has kind of ish moved. The Wave Serpent with the Wraith Guard has moved backwards. The Fire Prison has moved into a better position to shoot this way. The Wraith Knight has kind of jumped across to do the same. Die Avengers are hiding behind the building with an objective there. The Banshees have moved forward as well, looking to find some prey. We've got a couple of units near objectives. Let's see how many points they are worth. So okay, starting with the Grey Knights, just here. We've got one just here. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. It is a 3. Number 3. Okie dokie. These guys up here in the building. It's a number 1. Not good for the Eldar. This one with the Dire Avengers. Let's hope it's not a 2. Because if it is, the Eldar are going to have to make a lot of effort. That's a number 2, of course it is. So the Eldar are currently holding objective 3 and 1. And the Grey Knights are currently holding an objective 3. So points wise, we're drawing already. So let's go into the psychic phase. Let's take a look at how many warp charge the Eldar can manifest. Huge 6. Okie dokie, so firstly, this Warlock leader is going to try and cast Conceal with 2 warp dice. It's a warp charge 1, and a 3 and a 1 fails to do so. This Warlock is trying to do the same. 6 and a 6 means it's a peril. Yeah, Grey Knight's going to try and just negate that. Needing to get 2 6s. 1, 1, 2 and a 3. So it goes off, but let's check out what peril it is. It's a 2. This means on a 2, the Psyker suffers 1 wound, glancing hit with no saves of any kind allowed. In addition, randomly set 1 psychic power known to the Psyker. That power is immediately lost. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is the Primaris, and 4, 5, 6 it is Destruction Renewal. Destruction Renewal is lost, and the Warlock leader has gone down. Loses a wound, it only has 1 wound. Okay, carrying on for my luck, I'm going to do Guide onto this unit with the Farseer. Goes off. Just needing 2 6s, and there they are. So nothing really goes off for the Eldar. Unfortunately, Grey Knights have a lot of dice to use at denying the Witch. Let's go into the shooting phase. Okay, starting off, single Bright Lance shot into the Dread Knight. It hits, and needing a 2 to wound. It wounds, and there's a 5 up invulnerable save. Failed. 3 wounds left for the Dread Knight. Okay, now this Eldar missile launcher firing at the Razorback. Just over there. Hits. Now, needing a 3 to glance. Penetrates, but gets a 5 up cover save from that wall. Doesn't make it. So, +1 to this result. That is a 2. So, going up to a 3. Not only has it lost a hull point, it's lost a weapon destroyed. Ooh. On this Razorback is a Twin Link Las Cannon and a Hunter Killer Missile. On a 1, 2, 3 is the Hunter Killer Missile. I was going to say 4, 5, 6 is the Las Cannon. And I rolled a 1. So the Hunter Missile is gone, but the Twin Link Las Cannon is still there. 2 hull points for the Razorback. Okay, now, so the Wave Serpent can just about see the Razorback's side armour, so it's going to be firing the Shuriken Cannon. Needing 3, 2 hits. Okay, so strength 6 for the Shuriken Cannon. The side armour is 11. Needing 5s. There is a penetrating hit, but there is a cover save, as it is kind of through there, which is a 5 up cover save. And there's the cover save made. The Razorbacks is fine. Okay then, may as well give it a go. This Lord of War Wraith Knight doesn't like the look of that Dread Knight. So it's going to fire its 2 giant Wraith cannony shots. Single shot, needing 3s, and then they are D weapons. So, rolling a 2 and a 6. And going to be rolling on the Destroyer weapon against non-vehicle. A 1 does nothing. 2 to 5 is D3 wounds instead of 1. And a 6 pretty much instantly kills it. So, rolling a 3, which means there'll be D3 wounds lost. So, 2 wounds will be lost. Does it say saves can be made? The model subsidy hit. Quickly rolling. Cover saves and invulnerable saves can be taken. Okay, so 2 invulnerable saves of a 5 up. Both fail. 2 wounds gone down again. The Dreadnought is down to 1 wound. Lastly will be the Fire Prism. I'm going to do the lance shot into the Dreadnought, trying to take it down. On a 2, I fail to hit. So, shot, shot, shot. Shot, shot. That is all the Eldar shooting for turn 1. Psychic powers. In the Psychic phase, I killed my Warlock. And I've almost killed a Dreadnought. And I've removed the Hunter Killer Missile from the Razorback. Let's go into Grey Knight's turn 1, where they will be deep striking in. Okay, so I may eat these words, but the more dangerous moves you make with Deep Strike generally seems to work out. So, Draigo. Maybe not. So, after scattering, he has scattered actually into the building, and Ian and I always play this as it's a flat surface, it's fine, and that is where they've teleported, but they will have to take dangerous terrain checks. So, Draigo is fine. The rest of the squad, 2 1s, but they'll take their armor saves, and they are fine. So, luckily, Draigo and his unit are fine, but not great for the Eldar. Okay, so the Terminator Lord. Direct hit, oh dear, for the Eldar. And look, there they are. 2 units of heavy hitters right in the Eldar lines. How are they going to react? And just for fun, Dreadnought has shunted forward. Oh dear. Poor Eldar. Let's go into Grey Knight's turn 1 Psychic phase. So, rolling, only a 1, but that may benefit the Grey Knights. Just for anyone who was wondering, I forgot to show it, but I did roll for the reserves. It was a 3 and a 6, so they did come in turn 1. You do have to roll for them to come in turn 1, just like normal, it's just they come in turn 1 rather than turn 2. So here are the dice for the Grey Knights, and there's the par for the Eldar. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is the Librarian. Prescience, Warp Charge 2. Let's roll forward it. And I get it. So what that means, a single friendly unit within 12 inches can re-roll all failed to hit rolls. Funnily enough, I'm going to do it on the Draigo unit. I'm going to try and deny the witch with the Eldar. Fail completely, and that is all the warp generated dice I have. Next will be Sanctuary on the Dreadnought, and I get it, making him a +1 to his invulnerable save. Next one is Foreboding. The Psyker and his units will basically be able to have counterattack and fire Overwatch using their full ballistic skill rather than ballistic skill of 1, which could be interesting for a future turn. And I do get it. The last one is going to be Purge Soul. It's going to be a focus Witchfire from Draigo onto the Farseer. 5 and a 4, it goes off. As it is a Witchfire, I still need to roll to hit. I hit. So both the Draigo and the Farseer roll a d6. Draigo will be the red. Draigo only rolls a 1. As did the Farseer. Now, you add it to their leadership values. If the target's total greater than the Psyker's total, nothing happens. If the Psyker's total is greater than or equal to, the target suffers an automatic wound with no armor saves, cover saves allowed. But it doesn't mean invulnerables cannot be taken. Now I've matched that, and they have the same leadership there. So the Farseer takes a wound unless can make a save like that. The Farseer is fine. That was close. Oh, but let's go into the shooting phase now. Okay, so the Dread Knight firing into the Guardians with its heavy silencer. Good amount of hits. Okay, 9 go through. It's a strength 4, so I need freeze to wound. No AP value, however, they have a 5-up armor save and a 5-up cover from that wall anyway. So 2 save and 4 die. Hoping to finish off the unit using the large blast from the heavy side cannon. Direct hit. Okay, so I'm going to roll them individually because then it will go on to the Warlock last. So the first guy fails his cover save. He is dead. Second guy passes. Third guy, or the same second guy, fails. Whoopah. The fourth passes, fails. Next one fails, and so does the last one. So 1 Guardian is left, and a Warlock. It'll be the Terminator squad next. I can't remember if deep striking counts as a movement. I'm going to count it as yes, as it is a salvo weapon. So, that unit firing at the unit up there. Okay, so reds will be the Stormbolter, whites will be the side cannon. Yeah, the side cannon needs 2s and the Stormbolters need 3s. Shooting up at the building, because they are on a building, they are going to get the 4-up cover save. So I'll just roll these at the same time. And 2, 3 go down. Okay, Lord Draigo and the unit of Paladins will fire into the jet bikes, and the jet bikes will jink. The white is Lord Draigo. These are re-rolls due to the Librarian's power put on them. Just 1 missed. All hit. Sorry, scratch that. Didn't need to jink with them. The AP value won't be enough. So they will get their 3-up armor save anyway. What was I thinking? Anyway, needing 4s to wound. Okay, 2, 4, 6 wounds. Front 2 guys are in front, so I'll do 2 at a time. 3-up armor save. 1 goes down. And then 1 at a time. Saves. 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 And saves. Just 1 goes down. Last kind of shot will fire into the Wraith Knight. Hits. Needing a 3, which it does. The only save he has as a gargantuan creature is a Feel No Pain, which he fails. So the Wraith Knight loses a wound. And it is down to 5. Okay, so have a few leadership checks to make. This squad of 1 Guardian and Warlock is fine on a 7. This squad up here cocks dice. I wish it wasn't. They will be falling back 10 inches. And the fastest unit are fine just. Okay, so this squad is falling back and it's a couple of inches off the table edge. So if I can't regroup them next turn, they are gone. The Warlock died. He's an added bonus given to the unit. So I don't think you get first blood for that. You would have done in the previous one. So end of turn 1, what has happened? Well, pretty much 2 squads of Guardians have been destroyed, a Warlock is gone, and the Jet Bikes have lost a member of their squad. On the Grey Knight's turn, the Dread Knight is down to 1 wound, the Razorback has lost a hull point, and its Hunter Killer Missile. So let's go into Eldar, turn 2. Can these Guardians regroup? No, they can't. They run off the board. First blood for Grey Knights! But this is how the movement has ended. Not a lot over here. It's all happening over here. So the fire prism has moved across slightly. The Wraith Guard are out now, and it'll be really interesting just to see what their weapons can do against the Paladin squad and Draigo. The Farseer has moved backwards slightly. Risky move if they lose any casualties. These guys are still fine. The Wraith Knight bad boy is looking down at the Terminators. The Die Avengers has got out of the Wave Serpent as well. And the Howling Banshee's Wave Serpent has moved right up there to combat the Razorback. Okay, going into the psychic phase, although really, when I think about it, I have a level 3 and a level 1. That gives me 4. And on the table is 1, 4 just in that unit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could be doable. 5 for the Eldar. Okay, let's try this Mind War malarkey. Going to be rolling 4 dice at it. Going to be getting it. And I'm sure I get to re-roll some of the things with the Farseer thing. I'll just quickly read up on that rule. Okay, I'm going to give it a go. It wasn't meant to be. So, 2 go through. The Grey Knights will try 4 dice against it, needing 2 6s. In fact, needing 5s because it's against a psychic unit, so you get a +1 modifier, I'm pretty sure. So it does deny it, unfortunately. So the Farseer will now try guide onto this unit here. And it goes off twice. And the rest of the dice, needed 2 6s that time, I failed, so the Wraith Guard will be re-rolling their hit-to-hit rolls. Okay, shooting phase. Let's start with the easy one. Let's try the Wave Serpent at the tank, needing 3s to hit it. Oh dear. After reading up, it is a twin-linked shuriken cannon. Okay, 2 go through. I need 5s. Again, getting another 6, and again there is a save, which is not made. Whatever this result is what it is. There's no pluses or minuses to it. It is 2, so it is shaken and lost a whole point. Okay, this Die Avenger squad shooting at the Grey Knights, Terminators. Needing 3s, needing 4s, but homing for 6s because they become AP2. Not a single 6. 2 armor saves. Two Terminators go down. Oh. Okay then, Bright Lance shot into that. Hits. Wounds. 4 up invulnerable save. Makes it. The Dread Knight is alive. I think one of the Guardians have to fire it, so the Warlock will fire a shuriken pistol and miss. These guys are now going to fire at that squad. So, let's see what they've got. Got twin linked shuriken catapults. The Farseer will be the red ones because its ballistic skill is slightly better. Twin linking. Yeah, all hit. So any 6s are rending, essentially. There are 2 6s, but I needed 4s to wound, so just those 2. And a what invulnerable save? Okay, just the 5 up. 1 saved and 1 has lost a wound. Whoopah. However, feel no pain. Oh look, feel no pain has been made. Gotta remember, feel no pain. Okay, firing the shuriken cannon into the Terminators. All hits, hoping for 6s. No 6s or 4s. Hold the phone. So, 1 wound and a save was made. But there's a twin link catapult as well. 2 hits, needing 6s to hopefully rend. No, but a 4 does do a wound. Armor save. Another 1! Okie dokie. And it is the Librarian. I will... look out, sir. Looked out, sir. You are dead. You saved the Librarian. Well done. Wraith Knight time. No, I'm going to hold off on the Wraith Knight and fire the Lance Weapon into the Dread Knight. Hits this time, needing 2s. Wounds. The Red Knight has a 4-up invulnerable save due to banishment / sanctuary thingy. And that is a 4-up. That is not cool. Not cool. Okay. Wraith Knight will fire at the Dread Knight. 1 hit. Destroy a table. A 2, so that is D3 wounds. Just the 1. Makes his armor save again! Okay, these guys firing into the Paladin squad. And I need freeze, but I get to reroll thanks to guide. Didn't need guide, they all hit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is how I'm interpreting the rules, each of them is a D hit, so I have to roll each of them on the D table. But each of these models has more than 1 wound, so we'll be doing it one at a time. The first one is a 6. Death blow. The model suffers a hit that wounds automatically and causes it to lose D6 plus 6 wounds instead of 1. No saves of any kind allowed against this hit. So 1 paladin is removed outright. Next one is a 5, which is D3 wounds. D3 is 2. 2 5-up invulnerable saves. 5 and a 2, but there is feel no pain, and I've made it again. Hold on. D weapons are considered to be strength 10. So I couldn't actually do feel no pain against that. So let's mark that down with a wound. Next one. D3, so D3 wounds. 2. So that's 2 armor vulnerables, 2 fails. Can't do feel no pain. So 1 dies, and the next guy is actually Draigo. So I will look at Sir, obviously, and put a wound on the next guy. 2 more. So 2, so that's D3 wounds. That is 2 more wounds. 2 wounds. That is on Draigo, so I'll look out Sir them first. One of them does go on Draigo, so the invulnerable save. And Draigo's. Doing brilliantly. Okay, last one is a 3, so that is D3 wounds. 2 wounds again. 2 lookout Sirs. Both of them made. Invulnerable saves. Both failed. I am rolling rubbishly today. All the ones in the world. Okay, just a reminder, this is my first proper time with Grey Knights since the new codex came out, and the first proper battle report with the Craftworlds Eldar. I have done a narrative campaign, but that just kind of used the aspect warriors. So this is my first time with D weapons. I hope I did it right. Okay, so the Terminator squad has been reduced to a Librarian and 2 guys, and Draigo and his Paladin squad just have 1. And Draigo has 3 wounds, not 1. 3 wounds. Leading a check, and Draigo is fine. Assault phase. The Wraith Knight into the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight will obviously overwatch. Okay, needing 6s. Couple of 6s. And to wound. 6, 6 and 5. So, 2 armor saves. Both made. Now firing the side cannon focused. Good, and I'm hoping for a couple of 6s here. There's one, which makes it a rending, so I have a feel no pain. No, the Wraith Knight is down to 4 wounds. Die Avengers, trying to assault them. They will, of course, overwatch. Their full ballistic skill hits all the time. And to wound, 4 wounds. And 3 go down. Charging. Failed charge. That one cannot fail. Do I charge? No, I won't charge these guys. I'll see what Draigo's got in store for them. So let's go into the close combat. Okay, so Hammer of Wrath. Wounds. Armor save. Made. Okay, Wraith Knight gets to go first, but it needs 4s. Okay, needing 2s to wound. 2 wounds. 4 up invulnerable save. Goes down. The Dread Knight is gone. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 2. Most of the paladins are destroyed. Terminators are still around, but wounded. The Dread Knight was taken out by the Wraith Knight, and the Razorback has been shaken / stunned, or whatever it was. Let's go into Grey Knight's turn 2 and see if they can salvage what they can. Okay, so movement is completed. Draigo is going for the Farseal. The Razorback is staying back there. And the Terminators and the Librarian have gone towards the Die Avengers. Let's go to the Psychic phase. Whoop-ah! A 4. Let's try Prescience again. Not getting it off, actually. Oh dear. Oh dear. That'll conclude the Psychic phase. Let's go into the shooting. Okay then, this squad firing into the Die Avengers. Failing a lot. Did you see that? It's just not going my way for the Grey Knights. Wounding, but failing to go through the armour. Oh dear. Okay, Draigo and his fellow compadre at the Farseer. I need to do that again because Draigo has a different ballistic skill. Draigo will be the white. Oh. No wound. Razorback. Twin link shot into the Wave Serpent. Missing because it's snap firing, and missing again. Let's go into close combat. Charging. Charging. Overwatching. Die Avengers overwatching first. Nothing. And now it's the Farseer's unit. A couple of them go through. And wounds on the Paladin, who's in front, is fine. Okay. Charging. Getting a 6 and a 4. They're definitely in. Terminator's charging. A 2 and a 2. They are in. Just for the fun of it, I've chosen to give them counter-attack rather than having ballistic skill 2 in Overwatch. And they're going first. So, let's do this. Oh, good. Nothing. The Terminators, even with just 3, kills them outright. So, consolidation. An inch. Boom. Boom. This one will be pretty interesting. Challenge the exit. So these two combatants will fight. Do this first. jet bike, wounds the paladin, cock dice, takes a wound, paladin hitting, kills the 2 bikes. Let's go with the Farseer first. Huge 1 attack, hits, Fleshbane, no, a 1, nothing. Okay, so going into combat. Yeah, 3 wounds on the Farseer. Would you look at that? There's a few invulnerable saves for you. It would have been a drawn combat. Farseer loses by 1 because of the Warlock, losing the jet bikes. Made it as leadership. That is a tied combat. Not good for the Eldar because they wanted to shoot at it. Let's go into Eldar turn 3. Okay, so playing tactically now. The Banshees have carried on forward up there. The Wave Serpent that had the Die Avengers has moved across to get a better line of sight. The Fire Prism is getting a better shot at the Razorback. The Wraith Knight is hopefully going to help the Farseer out. The Wraith Guard have got back into their Wave Serpent, moved forwards, aiming for them. So I'm just going to go straight into the shooting phase. Bright Lance, into them. Misses. Shuriken Cannon, into them. Twin Linked. 2 hits. And to wound. 1 wound. So that will be an armor save. Now the catapults both hit. A 4 and a 2, that's 1 wound. And on a 1, that is yet another failed save for the Terminators. Now this Wave Serpent, Twin Linked, all hit, hoping for 6s. No 6s, but 2s do wound. I'm gonna do the armor saves, and I fail 1. I'll look out, sir. It looked out, sir. That is a Terminator God. It's just the Terminator Librarian left, just laughing in the face of these tanks just shooting at it. Now the Banshee Wave Serpent shooting at the Razorback, all hit, hoping for 5s and 6s. There's 2. I've manoeuvred it so there's no more cover. Yeah, it's wrecked. They're going to have to get out. So, trying to do the Fire Prism shot. Right there. And it scatters 4 inches. Still gets 2 of them. So, just needing 3s. Only 1, and that's 1 goes down. Oh, he'll have a cover save. And makes the cover save, so it's alright. Close combat, Wraith Knight going in for the kill. Hammer of Wrath on the unit. Misses. Let's do the challenge. So, Draigo will go first. Yeah, hitting and lots of wounding. And can the Farseer survive? Yes. Yes, he can. If only I'd activated Force on the Grey Knight's turn. Farseer is down to 1 wound, and the Farseer will attack back and miss completely. He, on the other hand, will not. And yeah, there's going to be some invulnerables to be made. Yeah, that's a failed. Okay, so end of turn 3 for the Eldar. Not a huge amount of point carrying on. Say we do, and he beats the Farseer. He's still got that to deal with. The Terminator there, the Librarian, is all on his own with a lot of Wave Serpents to take it down. And next turn, the Wraith Guard will be out to kill it. Over here, the Banshees are ready to pounce onto that unit and take them down. So there's no point bringing the Banshees out and doing anything like that. We'll just call it there. It is a Eldar victory. It would probably be an Eldar tabling if we carried on, and the Grey Knights have indeed lost this one. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this 1500 point battle report. Very interesting to see how the Craftworld do. Now, it is against an elite Grey Knight army, which has a lot of tricky things that come in, but the Eldar were able to take them on. Please comment below about the 1500 point list I've done for the Eldar and the 1500 point list I've done for the Grey Knights, and any changes you would make to it. So Craftworlds Eldar have their first victory under their belt. Pretty good, D-weapons are crazy, and there's a few modifications I would make to upgrade it to a 2000 point Eldar list with some more D-weapons, which is naughty and cheesy of me. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Mark from the Xenovid channel. Please share, comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you on our next video.